Hey everybody. It's Mr. Storm. It's 11:51 p.m. Today was the first day in this project where I had more problems than solutions. I guess that's technically not true because I actually have everything working now. But it's almost midnight. And I have still just the one level that I've built. I did not create new levels today. I have a plan, and I've drawn out a plan for about 9 different levels, and more are going to come to me. I was getting like more ideas than I had time to write them down. But the problem is, I started out today trying to add some more juice to my game, make it a little bit more juicy, adding some particle effects and whatnot, and everything was going pretty smoothly, honestly. Everything was working really well. A couple of issues here and there, not a big deal. But the more I added, the more I changed, the more I made the game better, the more things I was noticing that needed to be changed still. And that leads me to the audio manager. This audio manager, man. So it was working perfectly, except songs were playing from the level. When you loaded the level, it would replay, or it would continue to play the same song even if you left the level, went to the menu, whatever. That's how I built it. I knew I was going to change it eventually, but I figured, you know what, let's change it now so that whenever I build new levels, I can load in new tracks and it's not going to continue playing over the old thing and yada, yada, yada. So let's just make the system clean. Let's make it work now. So I started messing with it. Yeah, that was a mistake. It wasn't a mistake. I fixed everything, but I started playing with it. I was like, hey, why don't I create a global audio manager that exists in all scenes, and then I don't have to instantiate a version every time, and blah, 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 right? My brain started switching into how to fix this in Godot, which is what I would do. I would create an autoload script, and that script would handle all implementation among all nodes, all scenes, right? It'd be easy to handle. Forgot that Unity uses the prefab model, and I already had a prefab of my audio manager. And so creating it caused problems, right? So then I had this beast, this giant beast of an audio manager. Let me show you what it looks like now. Let me bring this over to the screen. And let me so this is the audio manager now. About 140 lines of code. At one point today, this was triple this size. I was trying to do way too much, and I had way too much troubleshooting and debugging stuff going on because I was finding a problem. I would fix it, and then that would break something else, and then I'd fix that, and then something else would break, something completely unrelated to the audio manager. At one point, I couldn't even pick up my gems for some reason. That was weird. So yeah, there was just everything was breaking, right? And I realized what happened was I had this beast, this big thing that was just in the middle of my program, and it was taking it had its tendrils into every single other script in the game. Everything was playing sound effects, and it was all over the place. The audio manager and the game manager were really linked together, and they were locked in, and it was causing problems. So I had to go to rehearsal. So I left for rehearsal without solving this problem. which bothered me, and it was kind of bugging me all through rehearsal because I was trying to troubleshoot it in my brain while I was there. And I had some ideas. I came home after rehearsal and I started working on them. And I've spent the last 2 hours troubleshooting, trying to figure out, where did I go wrong? What did I break? What did I do? Let me show you the fix. Because everything was working except, let me show you what was going on. So in Unity, I have my audio manager here. Everything's good. I also have a pause menu. Okay, so this pause menu, let me move my face out of the way. Over here. This pause menu, make sure I have it, has a couple of sliders, a music slider and a sound effect slider. Okay. These sliders have this on value changed property. I had the right script attached to it, but I was calling the wrong function. I was calling the set volume function down here, which had a hard-coded value, instead of this, which was a dynamic value. It was literally that option right there that I couldn't find and fix. I wrote and rewrote this audio manager script 5 times in the last 2 hours. I tried making it global, making it prefab, making it global again, making it prefab. I tried everything. It was that. My brain hurts. I must be tired. I don't know, but everything else in this project has been going so smooth. That one little thing, that one option that I just chose the wrong function. I wrote the function correctly. Everything was going fine. It was not a programming issue. It was, I just didn't know that little quirk about Unity. And I spent 2 hours chasing my tail, probably more than that, because that was probably my issue before I went to rehearsal. And I just figured it out. I didn't want to record this video until I figured it out. And I did. So now it's working. The game's working perfectly. I can save the volume state every time I reload the game, which is what I was really trying to do in the first place. But now the game looks fantastic. Everything's juicy. Everything has a nice pop. The music is still the same generic music I threw in there. I'm going to find more tracks tomorrow and put in some better music. But the sound effects all work. Everything works perfectly. Now, tomorrow, when I wake up, I can start creating as many levels as possible. And I'm not going to tweak any of these gameplay systems as they are right now. I'm going to leave them alone. I learned my lesson today. I needed to do this. I needed to get the audio manager working properly. But it's fine the way it is now. I am not going to keep tweaking it. Let me show you the state of the game right now. I'll move myself back over to this side and let's go ahead and play the game. Man, you guys have no idea how, like, I mean, maybe you do. If you've ever worked on any big programming project, you know how frustrating it can be, but also satisfying when you find the solution. But then you're like, that was it? I spent hours and it was that thing right there? Anyway. So I've added a particle system following the ball. I have this swirling particle system on the vortex, the end level, to make it more obvious that's something you want to interact with. When I collect gems, I get a nice particle system. I've also modified the particle system for when you die to make it better, and I added a screen shake as well. That was kind of fun. Let's see. Let's go grab a key. I'll show you what that looks like. Kabloosh. Nice key effect. Oh, the teleport effect looks pretty good too. So when you teleport, it gives off this cool, like, magic swirl when you enter or you exit the teleporter. That's pretty nice. Now, my pause menu works. Notice that my sliders are set all the way to the bottom. It's because you can't hear any music, right? I just had it set. Last time I play tested the game, I turned the music all the way down. I can actually turn it up from here, which is going to play the track. And I can turn up the sound effects as well. Go back to the level. Now we get all the sound effects. Okay. So everything's working the way it should. And I'm gonna leave it there. It's now after midnight. It's 12:01, which means it's already tomorrow. So I'm gonna go get some sleep, and I'll see you guys in about 8 hours when I'm gonna start creating some levels. All right. Hopefully tomorrow goes a whole lot smoother than today did. Anywho. Oh, and tomorrow morning I'll show you the playlists that the albums I've been listening to. I have a record player here in my office, and I've been listening to some music. I'll show you some of the music I've been vibing out to while I'm trying to troubleshoot. That's been keeping me kind of sane. Anyway, look forward to that. I will see you tomorrow, or I guess better said, later on today. Peace.